Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful built-up neckline. Okay, so if you're here to subscribe, kindly hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and let's get started. Welcome back guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm supposed to draw a straight line here like I always do, but because I have a shred paper on that side, I'm going to come down by 2.5 inch. Okay, so you have to come down by at least 2.5 inch to rule out the straight line this way. So I'll tell you the reason why I came down by this 2.5 inch. I'll tell you the reason why I did that later. Okay, so that's for the built up neckline. Okay, so from that line I'm going to determine the length of my top. So I want this top at 17 inch. Okay, this includes the allowance. So I'll just rule out the straight line this way and I'll label as top length. Once I'm through with that, I'm going to place my tape again. Then I will come down by 7.5 inch. This is for my armhole depth. Can also call it the chest line. And also mark 15 inch. This is for the waistline. Okay. So I will use my ruler now to rule out a straight line across. Just like this. Do the same thing on this other side. After that, I will label as the waistline and chest line. Okay, once I'm through with that, I am going to mark half of my shoulder circumference plus half an inch stitching allowance on that line. Repeat the same thing on the chest line. I'll use my ruler to make a straight line this way. After that, I'll label as shoulder line. So I'm going to come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. I'm going to measure what I have there, divide it by 2, mark the midpoint, come inside by half an inch. On the chest line, I'll mark quarter of my bust circumference. I'll use my curve ruler to connect the 3 dots I have, just like this. Can you see? So once I'm through with this, I'm going to mark 3 inch for the neck width. Okay, 3 inch for the neck width. Then I'll connect the shoulder slope to it. Okay, so after that, I'm going to come down by 3 inch for neck depth. I'll connect the 2 dots I have, okay, to give me a round neckline. So once I'm through with this, I'm going to mark half of my nipple to nipple on the waistline. Do the same thing on the top length, repeat it on the chest line. I'll use a thread ruler to connect the point. On the top length, I'm going to come outside by half an inch for that intake, then connect like so. I'm going to impute half quarter of my bust circumference plus 1 inch for allowance. I'll input quarter of my waist circumference plus 1 inch for allowance. Replace the data as well. Go ahead and connect. You connect this way, okay? So once I'm through with this, I'm going to cut through the top length. The next thing I want to do now is to work on the built-up neckline. Okay, the reason why I left the space. Alright, so now place your tape from the folded part of your front pattern. This is the front piece, remember. So determine how high you want your built up neckline to be. You can mark 2 inch. So for me, I marked 1.5. Then you make a straight line with it. So on this neck width, I noticed it was very small. So I had to measure it again. And this was where my 3 inch ends exactly. That's where it stopped exactly. So I'm going to now connect it to the shoulder slope, okay, just like this. So after that, I am going to draw a straight line with it this way. So once I'm through with that, I'll use my curve ruler now to connect the round neckline. Okay, I'll just connect it into this other side like this. Then I'll go ahead and mark the old line. So we are not making use of this line. Okay, this is our new neckline here. Okay, after connecting a straight line using your neck width, I'm going to tighten up the neckline. So to tighten up the neckline, you're going to mark half an inch on the side. Okay, so on the neck width, you're going to come outside by half an inch. You mark half an inch for your neck tightening. Do the same thing on your neck width. Okay, can you see how I placed my curve rule? Go ahead and make your curve like this. Okay, you can actually achieve this using your free hand. Just make your curve, then connect it into the shoulder slope. Okay, just like this. So you're going to determine how deep you want the opening to be. So from this side, you can see I have 4 inches. I want to maintain the chest line. You can decide to come down by 5 inch if you want. Okay, so for me, I want to maintain the chest line. So on this folded part, I'm going to come inside by a quarter of an inch, just like this. You can also mark half an inch. It depends on how open or wide you want it to be. So from there, you go ahead and connect. You can see where I stopped. I stopped the opening on my chest line. Okay, so once I'm through with that, from that side, from that edge, I'm going to connect to the shoulder line. Can you see what I did here? You just curve from there to your shoulder line. So now this will give it the built up neckline effect. Okay, the curve. All right, so go ahead and cut it out. This is for the front piece. Okay, go ahead and cut it out like this. Just look at what I'm doing. Okay, so after cutting, I'll label as front piece. All right, so we are done with the cutting of the front piece. We're going to move into the cutting of back piece. I will draw a straight line here because the upper parts, the paper is not too straight. Okay, so I also mark 1 inch for zip allowance. Then the same thing I did at the front piece, I came down by 2.5 inch. Okay, for the built up effect. So I will just draw a straight line here. Then I'll determine the length I want for my top. It is 17 inches plus the allowance. Okay, so I'll just roll out a straight line here and I'll label as top length. Okay, so I'm going to again come down by 7.5 inch. This is for my chest line or armhole depth. You can also come down by your waistline or 15 inch. After marking, I draw a straight line there. I'll label as waistline, label as chest line, label as shoulder line on this other side. I'm going to impute my 3 inch for neck width, then half of my shoulder circumference plus half an inch stitching allowance. Repeat the same thing on the chest line. Rule out a straight line this way. Okay, so after that, come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope, then also come down by 1.5 inch for the neck depth of the back piece. Okay, so go ahead and connect your shoulder slope into the neck width and also make your round neckline this way. All right, so once you are through with that, the next thing you want to do is to measure what you had left on the armhole, then mark the midpoint, come outside by half an inch. On the chest line, mark quarter of your bust circumference. Go ahead and connect with your curve rule just like this. You connect with your curve rule this way. So after that, you're going to impute half of your nipple to nipple on the chest line, on the waistline, and on the top length. Connect with a straight ruler. Give half an inch on both sides of the top length. Okay, then after that, you are going to now impute your measurement. You're going to impute quarter of your bust circumference plus 1 inch allowance. On the waistline, impute quarter of your waist circumference plus 1 inch allowance and replace the dart of 1 inch intake, 1 inch intake. Then go ahead and connect. Okay, after that, you're going to extend the waistline to your zipper allowance. Now remove the zipper bulge. Okay, so you're going to come in by half an inch. Okay, to remove a zipper bulge, go ahead and connect this way. All right, so after I was done with this, I'll cut through the top length. I'll also cut through the zipper allowance. Do the same thing on the side, do the same thing on the armhole. Okay, just like this. So we're going to now create a built up neckline for the back. Okay, so the same thing I did on the front piece, I came down by 1.5 inch. Remember I said you can also come down by 2 inch. It depends on how high you want your built up neckline to be. So after marking this 1.5 inch, you can see how I connected it like this. So come inside by half an inch for shoulder for neck tightening. Also repeat the same thing on your neck width. Go ahead and curve it like this, then connect into your shoulder slope. Okay, just like this. All right, so after you're done with this is basically all for the cutting of the back piece. Yeah, it's very simple. It's as simple as this. Okay, so I'm going to label as back piece. Okay, so this is the front piece and this is the back piece. All right, so another thing I want to let you all know is that after cutting your back and front piece, you're going to merge them together this way. Okay, can you see what I just did? You're going to measure it this way, or you measure it this way to ensure you don't have any excess around. So you can see everything is very equal. Like you can see everything is equal. Okay, if yours is not equal, just go ahead and cut it out, unless you didn't cut it very properly. Okay, so this is my front piece. I'll just go ahead and cut out the piece for the front. Okay, that means like I'm transferring to the actual fabric. I will go ahead and chalk where my opening end, and I'm going to just open it all with quarter of an inch, just like we did on the pattern. Okay, just like this. So after cutting this is what I have. I've also cut the back piece, as you can see. So I want to cut the facing for the front piece. Okay, so fold your fabric this way, then place your piece on it like this. Go ahead and place your piece this way on it. After that, you're going to place your tape from this upper part, come down by 2 inch. Okay, mark 2 inch, then from there you sketch it out like this. Okay, so after sketching, from where that opening ends, come down by 2 inch. Okay, from the end of your opening, come down by 2 inch. So go ahead and make your curve for the facing. Okay, just look at what I'm doing here. You make a curve like this for the facing. Go ahead and connect to that point. After that, you cut it out. Okay, so after cutting, I'm going to place the front piece this way. Then I'll go ahead and open the center front of the facing. Okay, this is what I had after I was done cutting. So this is for the back facing. I'll mark 1 inch for zip allowance, then fold it in like this. Then I'm going to place this piece is on a fold already, so I'm going to place it this way. Can you see? Mark your zip allowance with any inch you add. Go ahead and fold it, then come down by 2.5 inch from the upper part. Go ahead and sketch it out like this. Okay, so the wideness I have here is just 2.5 inch. Okay, go ahead and chalk and cut it out just like this. So this is what I had here after I was done cutting the back facing. Can you see? I have something like this. So what I'm going to do is to iron a stay on the both facing. So for the front facing and the back facing, I already ironed my a stay. Okay, so if you need something more stronger, you can make use of a lightest come stay, a very light one, not that strongest one. Like make use of a light come stay. So you place them right side facing each other. Go ahead and sew like this. For the back facing, you're going to come down by 3.5 inch. Okay, then go ahead and join the two piece from the upper part to where you marked your 3.5 inch. Okay, so after joining, you have something like this. Let me just fold in the 1 inch zip allowance. You have something like this after joining. Okay, then go ahead and place your facing for the back piece and stitch with 1/2 inch. Okay, just like this. So after sewing, guys, this was what I had. Can you see? So you can see what I have here. I have my 3.5 inch already sewed, and this is the zip allowance. It's still open because I'm going to be attaching my zip later. So this is the front facing. Just see how I sew it. Can you see how I sew it? I also made notches around, and I trimmed off a little excess I have on the facing after sewing. I also made my dart for the front piece, did the same thing for the back piece as well. So you're going to, turn it this way. You're going to turn the facing backwards, then this is what your front piece will look like. So you're going to now place them the right side facing each other. We want to now join the shoulder. Okay, so just look at what I'm doing here. You're going to join both seam. Make sure both seam aligns each other. Like make sure it aligns very properly. Then pin it down. Okay, you're going to pin it down. Ensure you pin it. Okay, to avoid it shifting from one place to another. So pin up this other side and stitch with 1/4 inch, just like this, okay? So I'm going to repeat the same thing here in case you don't understand how I explained on the other side. So you're going to open your facing, okay? Just like this on that same side. Remember your facing, you already sew it, so it has same side. So make sure your same side or same line aligns very properly. Go ahead and stitch with 1/4 inch. After that, you have to now go ahead and shape the side of your dress. You're going to just shape it and fold, okay? So guys, after I was done with that, this is what I had. Can you see? I already shaped the both side, and for this other side, for this facing, you're going to insert your hemming gum and iron it properly, okay? You can decide to weave the edge before attaching the facing, or you fold it, okay? Or you fold it before attaching to the neckline, okay? But after doing everything like this, go ahead and insert your hemming gum so it will, relax very properly. That you having any problems, iron it out. So for the zip, you're going to attach your zip, okay? So for the sleeve area, just determine what you want for the sleeve. If you don't want any sleeve there, just go ahead and fold or pipe with your bias, or attach any sleeve of your choice. So I'm going to now turn it outside right, okay? So you see how it looks on the outside. Can you see? So guys, you have basically come to the end of today's tutorial, okay? So this dress, I'm not actually wearing this dress. This is a leftover fabric. I just use it for the sake of this tutorial, okay? You can attach your zip or do any style you want to do with it. The purpose of this tutorial is for the built-up neckline. I've done my part. You can complete yours by, making any style of your choice, okay? So guys, you have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.